This Transmissions Trips to the Store video is brought to you by PrimeToys.net. Check out PrimeToys.net for all the newest Transformers and third-party figures. Also, don't forget to listen during the show for the discount code offered to Transmissions listeners. PrimeToys.net. Collector-grade toys without the collector-grade prices.
Welcome to Trips to the Store, where we show off all the awesome Transformers-related paraphernalia we got this last week for your visual enjoyment. But before we start, we have to pay some bills. Trips to the Store on Transmissions is brought to you by Value Village, and today's Value Village ad was written by Brandon Yoniker. Value Village. It's not actually a village, nor is it actually a value for anybody. So, Value Village, I have just one question. What the fuck? But Jeremy, what's Trips to the Store actually brought to us by?
Trips to the Store is actually brought to us by Prime Toys, where you can get collector-grade toys without the collector-grade prices. And if you want to save 10% off at PrimeToys.net, you can use the code TransmissionsOctober.
Do it.
Awesome.
First try.
You nailed it. You'd make Charles proud if we hadn't kicked him off the show this week. So yeah, all the links to our podcast, to the full show, to anything else we talk about will be below. Check it out. You also get to vote for who brought the best toy. Darryl. Darryl, what do you have, sir? What one item do you have to show off this week, sir?
I have one large handful of items. I'm going to start off with my comics that I got. You can't cage this. You can't cage the beast.
This would be your new tagline.
I got More Than Meets the Eye number 45, the Scavengers cover by Alex Milne. I really liked this cover, so I kind of bugged the guys at the comic shop to make sure that I got this one.
Then they asked you never to come back again.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the book we just reviewed, Not RID 45, and I got the Andrew Griffith cover, the one that I was really also stoked about. I really like this one. And I picked up some toys this week. My local comic shop was having a sale, so I got in on that and bought some stuff. So I went in and I picked up these two guys. This is G1 Air Raid.
Ooh.
And this is G1 Skydive. Both of which they're in great condition. I removed the stickers and cleaned them up. Skydive has got some yellowing, so I mean, if you probably can't see it, but there's a couple spots on there that you can tell where the stickers were, and I really don't like that, so I'm probably going to look and see if I can find another one, but until then, he's good. He's quite good. There's no paint chipping on him or anything like that. He's in really good condition. And I picked up a G1 Cutthroat. So this is my first figure for Abominus. He's cool, I guess. He's not in the greatest condition, but he was very cheap. I think he was $1 at the sale. So I got him. I have to thank Dogcades. He was at the shop with me while we were digging through bins, and he helped me out find a lot of these guys. There was also this guy on the table there. I think he was $3 or $4. This is G1 what is he? Shrapnel? Yeah.
Shrapnel.
G1's Shrapnel. And he's in really good shape. He's missing one of his like yellow things here. So I'm going to be on the lookout for one of those. But other than that, he's obviously missing his gun. But yeah, this is the last Insecticon that I needed. I have all three now. And again, like, this was not $105. This was, I think if I added up all of the ones that I paid, all the money I paid for all three of them, I might be at $35. So yeah, pretty
have
good.
To finish them off.
Well, yeah, not bad. I I picked up these guys. I was telling Jeremy, or maybe Yoshi earlier. Top Spin and Twin Twist, G1 guys. Everybody's got these guys. Or has access to them. I didn't have them. I had them when I was a kid, but they were $2 a piece. There was like 15 of these guys at the shop, just because they're blowing them out, and they were like, $2 for each figure. And I'm like, you know what? I'll see which one of these are the best, and I'll buy the best one, and that'll be mine. So, yeah, like nobody cares about Top Spin and Twin Twist, but
fuck you, I care about Top Spin and Twin Twist. Does the gimmick work? Do they still bounce?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they do. These guys I was actually looking for, because I had their guns and I didn't have their figures. I didn't have the figures. So run amok and run about. And their gimmicks work, and I love how their guns go on their shoulders. How awesome is that?
Because they don't really have hands.
They have no actual hands. Yeah. So yeah, these guys were really cool. I never had these as a kid, but the rub sign still works on both figures. The stickers, I think it's this one here. His Decepticon logo's kind of coming apart. But the gimmick still works. The tires are all.
What's the point of having a rub sign?
Yeah, exactly. But the main guy that I went there and I saw was there were two of them there, and both of them had things that the other one was missing. So I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to buy both of these guys. And this was. The guy I ended up buying was a G1 Galvatron. Now, I never had G1 Galvatron as a kid, and I've taken off his little crown here. This is a pain in the ass to get off, I'll tell you, because I have disassembled him twice now, and you can't disassemble him completely without removing this crown. So I've kept it off in the off chance that I actually need to take it apart again. So he is now combined a combination of all the good parts between both figures, and it turns out the electronics worked in both figures. So I can play it here.
I remember you.
Yeah, and he's got 3 different sounds.
Audio listeners are gonna love that.
Oh, I know, isn't it great? And one more. Yeah, so I loved it. And
Can
like
you
I said,
record just those sounds so I can get them on the soundboard?
Sure. Yeah, later.
We're gonna forget about that.
Yeah, I don't care about that. So yeah, obviously he's missing some pieces. The main piece is his cannon. He's missing that. The little piece that attaches the cannon to him. And then there's he had a gun, like he actually came with a gun, like a rifle. That's gone. And then whatever attached to this, it was like a little like C, a big purple C or whatever, that attached to this piece here, and that's long gone as well. Now from what I can understand from going through YouTube videos and whatnot, the trigger on these guys was broken instantaneously. And I've disassembled both figures, and yes, both of mine were broken. But I was able to reassemble one of them because it wasn't that bad, and I put some super glue on it and actually got it back to a springing, state. And so it's back in here, and I'm not going to touch it ever again. But my goal is to actually get it so that I can push the trigger down a slight little bit and get the trigger to actually make those sounds as well. So that's a goal. But the stickers are in good shape, most of them. But if I actually complete them, then I'll do a repro labels treatment on them.
With the extra bits that you have that are good, like the electronics, are you gonna sell those and recoup some money?
Well, that's the extra guy there, and I've kept the crown off of him here as well. That would go here. But the electronics work in him. So if anyone out there is actually looking for a Galvatron that you need Galvatron electronics, I have one, and can supply it. The anything else on here as well, like he was missing a hand, so that was one of the things that he needed. But yeah, so and the crown, this one's it's still in one piece, but it's got some white marks on it from like stress. So, but all in all, the one that was in less decent condition or not as good condition was still okay. I mean, it wasn't that bad, just missing parts as well. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them around for parts, and maybe somebody else will need some, and maybe I can help somebody else with some electronics or whatever. Because from what I understand, those electronics went pretty quickly on them as well, and I lucked out with having one that had good electronics. Yeah, but that's pretty much all I have. I do have two more things, but I don't know whether you guys want to see them or not. Well, whatever. What the fuck? Camera's on me, and I'm controlling it.
Oh, fuck.
I picked these up before I went to this sale. This is Protectabot Streetwise and Protectabot Hook. I just picked them up. They were on sale at Walmart. So yeah. Not too interested in them, but I'd like to complete Defensor before things get kind of crazy. And yeah, so no, I think I'm almost there. I'm done now.
If you're impressed with Topspin, vote Darryl.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what is your one item, sir?
Well, my one item are two comics.
God damn it.
It's going to be quick because they're the same covers Darryl got. I just realized that when I set up my subscriptions, the comic book shop is getting me the retail covers, which it's fine this week because these are the ones I liked. Got the ones of Scavengers for Mother Meets the Eye, and then the Massive Destruction with Transformers 45.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that is it for me this week.
All right.
That was quick.
That's how it's done, Darryl.
I don't know how you guys even function.
Kind of like the last previous weeks, I went down to my local eBay store, and I picked up this little story of Laserbeak's Fury in hardback.
Oh. Nice.
Which is an interesting story about how to infiltrate the human race by going to a little village farm in the middle of fucking nowhere, and be Laserbeak, fly into some power lines and become unconscious and get rescued to life by a DJ. It's a clusterfuck of a story. I'm surprised it didn't win any Newbery Awards. But yeah, I didn't even know hardback books like this existed. So I'm under the impression there are 3 others, which I'll be looking for. See if I can complete the quad set here. Yeah, some of the art's kind of neat looking. I really dig that page. That was really cool with Laserbeak waking up. Clearly written for a child. Some interesting art. Yeah.
They were obviously looking at some of the early Marvel comics for like the inside of the mouth.
Yeah. This was probably, I'm sure I'll get corrected as I should be, but I'm sure that this was in the oh crap, we need more merchandise out now phase of the Transformers.
Wait, go back to that picture with all the bots. Is that Bumblebee with Cliff Jumper's body?
Looks like it.
It does. It does.
Even in the little books, they couldn't color them right.
You know, the character here that got the most love in the art is pretty much the cover story of Laserbeak. I mean, he's drawn better than anybody else. Even on the cover, the detail is pretty impressive.
That's very cool.
So yeah, nostalgia love. That's all this purchase was. And that ends our trips to the store, everybody. Remember, if you got a second, vote below who you think got the best haul this week.
Is it
Not
even a
who
contest?
spent the least amount of money, Darryl, but the best haul. And
Contest.
check out our normal podcast. The link will be below. If you like what you see here, you can always support us on Patreon or PayPal or hopefully Bitcoin one day. We've got all kinds of other stuff with petitions going on and whatnot. So check out the main show. Find those links. If you like us, support us because we like doing this and we're having a blast. And yeah, that's it. Later.
Bye.
Have a good one.